Buffalo Soldiers, the famed Black Cavalry, gets a statue at West Point. A statue honoring the Buffalo Soldiers, formerly known as United States Army's All-Black 9th and 10th Cavalry, was unveiled at the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. For decades, the Buffalo Soldiers taught military horsemanship to cadets at West Point. On Friday, September 10, 2021, a statue was unveiled in their honor. A large crowd watched expectantly as a soldier tugged at a black cloth spread over a monumental statue on the grounds of the U.S. Military Academy at West Point. As it fell away, it revealed a bronze statue of a black soldier sitting astride a stallion, a tribute to the U.S. Army's famed Black Cavalry, the Buffalo Soldiers, who for decades taught military horsemanship to white cadets here. A cheer rose up from the cadets and spectators in celebration of a black military legacy that many in the audience felt was long overdue.
I had my credentials, VIP credentials, to be at that dedication. And I smiled when I got them because that morning, a West Point employee at the visitor center, or representing West Point, told me, if you don't have an invitation, you can't get an invitation. So, and again, I think it's a blessing that people know of me and know of my dedication to the Buffalo Soldiers. And one more time, I want to thank Trooper Matthews at the National Buffalo Soldier Museum in Houston, Texas. Thank you, sir, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for allowing me to represent you. I hope I did you proud. I also want to thank Dr. Matthews and the West Point Buffalo Soldier Association. I did talk to them as well before coming up. They made sure that my name was on the access list. Unfortunately, I want to thank the United States Military Academy at West Point. I would recommend, I didn't know a lot about West Point. I knew that, Flipper went here, Anderson went here, Young went here, Benjamin Davis Jr. went here. I knew that they went here. I knew a little bit about what they went through, but you look at the history of the Academy that dates back to the Revolutionary War, and you look at our country and the achievements that we have made in war and in peaceful times. This college heavily emphasized engineering in the 17 and 1800s. And you always hear about the Corps of Army Engineers. You get, well, what does that mean, Corps of Army Engineers? They designed the highways and the railroad systems and bridges and you look at the infrastructure of this country and how old it is, it reaches back to West Point. You look at any world event and the leaders involved in that, and you see it reaches back to West Point. I think I read that during the Civil War, I don't have this number correct, so I'm just going to generalize. Of the 500 officers, it's more than that, I believe, but of the 600 officers that were involved in the Civil War, on the South, there were about 250 officers, and for the United States, there were the rest. So West Point was responsible for the leadership of those organizations. You look at the presidents, you look at the Eisenhower and Grant, who became presidents. You look at Jefferson Davis, president of the South. All graduates from West Point. Robert E. Lee, graduates from West Point. West Point have developed men who have shaped and led this country. And who knows what this country would have been like without them. Now, they're not perfect. You read the history about West Point, how blacks have been treated here. They're not perfect. We know we've made mistakes. and we're willing to correct those mistakes. And that's the key to any progress. Hi, I'm here with Mr. Smith, who just walked up and he looked at the statue. This is your first time seeing it?
Yes.
And he says, that looks like Maddie. Of course, he goes, yeah, that's Maddie. And he used to be a bus driver here at the base about 33 years ago. Tell me a little about what you remember. Yeah, if you don't mind.
He was an outstanding individual. He was a very, very classy dresser.
Yes.
He dressed to the max. All the time. Remember that about him. You have to excuse the tears in the eyes.
Like the sun, the wind.
He was a good man.
Yes.
My son Matty, he was an excellent man.
Yes.
We had a lot of good times together.
Yeah. And again, you're telling me that you're ex-military?
Yes, I'm retired. I retired March 20th of 1985.
Wow.
I used to be the first battalion, 1st infantry. They no longer have that unity. It's been abolished.
Yes.
But yeah, I retired to grade E7, son, first class. And
did Sergeant Matthews talk about his time here back in the early 1900s when he first came in?
Very, very little. Very little. But he was proud of his service. He's extremely proud here.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for the conversation.
You're quite welcome. You have a good one, sir.
You stay safe.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
The monument has been erected, dedicated, promoted, and now hopefully it'll be here beyond my lifetime and hopefully yours, for anyone and everyone to come by and get a better understanding of the contributions that the Buffalo Soldiers have made to our country's history. I've said often that this isn't Black history. It's American history performed by Black soldiers, and none stood out more and were better than the Buffalo Soldiers.